Hello, welcome to Chapter 4 of The Solution. This particular chapter is going to address the problem of illegal immigrants in this country. It's hard to be insensitive when you talk about people and their lives and their livelihood. But let's define the problem first, all right? City of Los Angeles recently said it cost them $600 million a year because of illegal immigrants. Now that includes courts and jails and health care and food assistance and everything that an illegal immigrant takes from our coffers. And if you take that 600 million just for the city of Los Angeles, and I might be wrong, it might be for the state of California, but I'm pretty sure it was for the city of Los Angeles. And you multiply that and look throughout the whole country, this is a multi-billion-dollar problem. And if you're talking about cutting the budget, that's a darn good place to start. And so you might hear a couple of arguments like, number one, oh, how are we going to possibly deport 12 million illegal immigrants in this country? One side argues that they take our jobs, and the other side jokingly says, since when did you want to go and pick fruit or vegetables in a field? But the reality of it is that there are illegal immigrants that are doing drywall and roofing and landscaping and opening up their own businesses and working at restaurants. And these are jobs that Americans are willing to do and would like to do. I started out as a busboy. As a teenager, when you're 15 and 16 years old and you want a job, you can bus tables, you can wash dishes. It might not be what we want to do, and that's a problem in itself in this country, but the reality of it is that the jobs would be there. And let's face it, making these illegal immigrants legal benefits the Democrats because these people, mostly Latinos, will vote Democrat. And from the Republican side, maybe they want to keep them, these people in the country because it means a cheaper labor force for businesses. But the reality of it is that they're hurting our country, and nothing else. They're making a lot of people angry. Someone also would argue that these people are law-abiding citizens. Why not just leave them alone? But the fact of the matter is that that's nonsense. When they crossed our borders, okay, they broke the law of this land. To argue that they're law-abiding is ludicrous. It doesn't hold water. And the trouble is I hear that argument on, say, a Democratic station, and no one corrects the man because the Democrats would like to see them stay. So, the solution is fairly simple. First of all, you replace all of our driver's licenses with a national ID card. It would have a picture, it would have a thumbprint, it would say whether you're allowed to drive or not, and would have a barcode and other tamper-proof mechanisms so that they can't be, like our money, it would be very difficult to to counterfeit. And when you applied for a job or room and board or an apartment or rented a house, the person would be required, the person who was hiring or housing this person would scan the card. Barcode, boom, like a credit card, finished. All right? And you'd know in an instant this person was a legal resident, a legal citizen of the United States of America. Secondly, all right, you have to provide a good enough reason for people to do that check and not just ignore the law. So if you made it a Class A felony to house or hire an illegal immigrant because they're fugitives from the law the instant they walk into this country, if you make it a Class A felony so that when your maid is an illegal immigrant and you're caught, you lose your house and you go to jail. If you're a businessman and you hire an illegal immigrant, your human resources man goes to jail, you're fined substantially, even closed down. I mean, if the penalty's not severe enough, it's not a deterrent. So we need to... So what'll happen is that if there's no place for these people to work and no place for these people to live, they're going to go back where they came, the way they got here. Now, there's some children that have been born in this country that, according to our laws, become American citizens. They need to go back with their parents if they can't take care of themselves here. When they turn 18 and they want to come back, they're still a citizen. Fine. That's a solution. I believe in denying the newborns citizenship, and that might be part of a new law. But I don't want to put some kid out in the street right now. If you want to argue that you can't make a living back in your country, go back to your country and change your country. Do something about it. Open up a business there. All right? Hire leaders and effective government. But to come here, yes, we're a melting pot. We're all immigrants or descendants from immigrants. So immigration is not the problem. It's the illegals in this country. If you're worried about who's going to pick your fruit, we're going to have a guest worker program. We give them a national ID with a little locator chip on it so we can find them. And they're to leave at a certain date, and they turn in their card, and people who don't show up on that date become wanted. You find the card. If it's thrown in the garbage, where are they going to live? Where are they going to work? They're not here legally. They don't have the card anymore. It's expired. Look, the solution is simple. Is it hard to swallow by some people? Yes. Fine. Okay. But it solves two problems. Employment and cuts the budget. And crime. There's three problems it solves by doing it this way. We don't need a wall. What do we need a wall for? Okay. If you're here and you're not here legally, there's no place to live, there's no place to work, dude, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. They'll find you. It's that simple. It's probably one of the easiest problems to solve in our country, to tell you the truth. I have that all in my book called Under New Management. It's an ebook on Amazon.com, and it talks about this and other subjects, and more in depth too than what I'm talking about right now. But I like to keep these videos to about 10 minutes. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. I hope that you can see my point. If you disagree, think about the reasons why you disagree, because it seems pretty cut and dried in my book. Again, thank you, and be safe.